Here on the right, we're gonna have all of the open trades. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do, and let's just wait for that candle to finish. All right, so while we wait for that candle to finish, let's just put right here our first news of the day. Okay, so Bitcoin loses 82,000 and cryptocurrencies eye on Trump's tariffs. Right. So that's one of the things that we actually talked about in one of the lives before this one, and pretty interesting, right? So we can also have this impact here on pocket option sometimes. So even though we're dealing with another types of currencies, we can also see that affecting us. All right. So okay, so let's just go back to our first trade. So we're just gonna wait right here for this candle to finish. We still have 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And let me just tell you what we're going to do. We're going to sell. Okay, so we're going to click here on selling at 3:15 p.m. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. In my case, my amount is going to be $50. All right. And then the time, just set it right here to 5 minutes, candle to M5. Okay, so don't forget to do that. All right. So we still have 2 minutes. If you guys have any questions to make, just go ahead and ask me on the chat. All right. So the payout currently it's 84%, but that can change by the end of this candle. Okay, so it might not be the last payout that we have for today. All right. So all right, we have a minute and 30 seconds. So just prepare yourselves. Okay, we're going to sell at exactly 3:15 p.m. All right. So we have a minute now. Minute. So how are you guys doing? Are you listening to me well? Is this song okay? Not too loud? How's everything? Good? Hope so. Right? So for now, the chat is a little bit closed. So if you do want to send anything, just send to us in the group. All right. By the way, let me just do this. Okay. Just checking the camera. All right. So right now we have less than a minute. So we're going to sell. Just don't forget to do all those things, okay? So right here we have our zone of interest, okay? So that's the zone that we kind of want to operate. If the price goes up from this green line right here, we don't want to operate actually outside of that zone, okay? So we don't want to do that. So 30 seconds, we're going to sell. So that's going to be our first signal of today, our first entrance, and you can see all of the trades right here on the right, okay? So right above me, right? So 17 seconds, prepare to sell. All right. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sold. All right. So we just sold. As you can see, my open trade right here. So we currently do have 84%, which is good. Okay, it's a good payout. And let's just wait and see the results. All right. So that's our entrances that we have for today. Our second entrance is actually going to, let's see, GBP Japanese yen. Okay, so that's our second entrance for sure. All right. So the only thing that we have to do here is just, first of all, prepare Gale 1. Okay, so that's the first thing that we want to do here. Just prepare Gale 1 here. All right. Perfect. And let's just wait for this trade to close. Okay, let's hope we have a win on the first candle. And then if we don't, we just let prepare Gale 1. All right. So that's all that we have for now. So by the way, let's just check one thing here and let's see our next news that we have for today. Let me put it right here. So Chinese exporters seek alternatives to irreplaceable American customers. So irreplaceable, right? So yeah, probably those very, very popular American alternatives that they have. And yes, it's kind of complicated too. So a lot of tariffs, the market is fluctuating a lot. So we can also see that in the trades. Okay, so a lot of the trades that we do here, they might fluctuate. So sometime in the day we might sell, some another time in the day we might buy. Okay, so basically we can see that reflecting as well here. All right, so let me take this off from the screen. And let's just wait for this trade to close. So we still have 3 minutes. So far, so good. You don't have to worry too much about it, by the way. So just wait for that candle, okay? So in this case right here, the candle is pretty close, all right? So we're just gonna wait. So as I said, the payout is 84%. Right now it's still 84, yeah. So that's good. Of course, if we do need to use Gale, for example, we're gonna put it would be better to have a bigger payout, but I don't think we need to use Gale here. So let's just see here. Okay, all right. So by the way, the next entrance that we're going to do, like I said, it's the GBP Japanese yen. Okay, so let's hope we do have a bigger payout by then. So basically it's going to be 330, right? So we're going to wait 10 minutes. Let's see how this trade goes. If this trade goes up to another candle, for example, a Gale 1 situation, maybe we don't have to wait that much, but in the best case scenario, we wait at least 2 candles. Okay, so 5 minutes each. So that's what we're going to do. So everything seems fine here on live. Not much of a delay. As I can see, it's kind of like 6 seconds, I would say. 6 to 7 seconds. Around that. Okay. So let me just check everything is all right. Yeah, seems everything is fine. Okay, so we still have a minute and 20 seconds, okay, to this trade to close. It seems like it's going to be a Gale, not a Gale 1 situation, so it's a win on the first candle. Let's hope that's the case, okay? So a minute and 10 seconds. Let's just wait and see. Wait and see. Is the music too loud? How is it for everyone? Good? Let's just hope so. So 50 seconds to go. Let's hope we don't have a doji candle or something like that. But let's just be prepared for a Gale. So even though you put it like $10, just set it up to 20, which would be Gale 1, just in case, okay? So even though we are pretty much sure of what we're doing, just be prepared with Gale 1, okay? That's the best thing you should do. So 30 seconds to go. And it seems like we already have a win on the first candle. It might change on the last second, of course, but so far so good. 15 seconds. So the payout here is going to be $92, so 42 profit. I just put it $50, so it's going to be 42. Let's see, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So we do have a win, $92. So that's $42 of profit. Okay. All right. So let's go to our next one. So that's going to be the GBP Japanese yen. So I'm just going to put it right here on the top as well. So let's go there. So right here. Okay. So right here, as you can see, I already set up the zone. So the zone was around here when I was checking this signal, all right? And the price is outside of the zone, all right? In this case right here, we do want to buy it, all right? So probably the price is going down. So that's the reason why you're gonna wait at least 2 candles here, okay? At least 2 candles, then we're gonna wait. If the price continue outside of that zone, we don't want to do anything, all right? If we were going to sell, for example, in this case scenario, it would be a good scenario to sell because the price is probably coming back to that zone, okay? So if you want to set that zone, for example, you just take the latest bottoms. For example, this one, it happened at 1:20 p.m. something. And the latest top that it was at 2:30, okay? That was the latest top, all right? But it's operating outside of that zone, so we don't want to do anything for now, okay? So let's just wait and check our next news that we have right here. So let me just put it a little bit bigger here. All right. So with US tariffs on the horizon, Volvo turns to veteran CEO. So by the way, all of those news you can check on Google News and also investnews.com. Okay. But well, as I was saying before, all of this US tariffs that is happening right now, it's affecting all of the markets like possibly that could affect. So cars, you know, metals, cryptocurrencies, everything. So there's no chances it won't affect here, the market here. So let me put just like right this. So there's no chances. So you do need to expect a lot of fluctuation on the market. Okay. So every time that you operate, just be careful, just analyze with wisdom, and just don't put a lot of money in a single trade. Okay. Just go step by step. And of course, if you're just new here, if you're a beginner, just watch a couple lives and then start applying. Okay. If you want. So let's take it off this one from the screen. Okay, so this is the candle before the last. So we're just gonna wait this candle to finish, then the next one. And we probably wanna buy here, okay? But not right now, not at the end of this candle. We're going to buy at 3:30 p.m., okay? That's what we're gonna do. All right, let me just check one more thing here. Okay, seems fine. Seems pretty fine. We still have around 7 minutes, okay? So if you guys want to prepare, just don't forget to get into the Telegram channel, all right? Probably that's how you got into this live right here. But just check there. I do have the step-by-step how to create your pocket option account. You start from Binance. So step-by-step, it's just there if you want to learn how to do it, okay? So if you still have to prepare yourself, you still have around 6 minutes now. I guess you have time. I guess you have enough time maybe to do the next entrance with us. All right. So that's going to be at 3:30 Japanese GBP. Okay. So Japanese yen GBP. All right. That's going to be our pair. So let's check it out. The next one. So China will inject 69 billion into 4 major banks to strengthen capital. All right, nice. So that's something for those who live in China. Probably no one that lives in China is watching me right now. That would be, I don't know, 3 a.m. now, I guess. But it would probably be very early in the morning. Maybe there are some people from China watching. I don't know. But anyways, good news from them. All right, so let me take it off this one from screen and let's go. So right here, we are in the end of this next candle. We're just going to wait for the next one and then we're going to make our entrance, which will be to buy. Okay. Just check if I have any great news. Not for now. All right. So let's just wait for this candle to finish and then we're going to buy, right? So a few things just to remember. I'm going to be repeating myself a few times, okay? So right here, candles, to M5. Okay, so you just select right after the crypto, not the crypto, sorry, the currency, or the pair, of course. Then you set candles to M5, all right? So that's where you want to see, okay? This candles, square candles, all right? Then your amount, all right? In my case, it's going to be $50, right? That's my amount. And of course, your time has to be 5 minutes, okay? So don't make the mistake of putting a minute just because of anxious. So yeah, don't be anxious. Just, just wait the time for the candle to finish. So that's the reason why we are in M5. That means that each candle has 5 minutes, okay? So that's more organized, basically, for us to understand better what's going on, all right? Some people like to operate in M15, for example. I don't advise for you to operate in M15 because that's too long. But if you like operating like that, that's all right too. Okay, so everyone has their each way of operating. Okay, so we still have 3 minutes before our next candle. That's going to be our second entrance. All right, so we're gonna do 5 in total, right? So that's gonna be our second one in 3 minutes. So at exactly 3:30, we're going to buy GBP Japanese yen. All right. So like I said, the tendency here is that the price return to this point right here. Okay. I do think it's a little bit risky, but we're going to do it anyways, all right? Because we do have that signal. And let's just wait and see. If we do have a gale, for example, we're going to use it, all right? For sure. So 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Just prepare yourselves. Don't forget, we're going to buy at 3:30 p.m., okay? Exactly 3:30. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's go. So it's going to be our next candle, okay? Maybe, by the way, that's going to be our latest top, all right? If the price is maintained into that zone, the zone just gets wider, all right? So that might happen as well. 2 minutes. So after this next entrance, we're going to check out some latest news that we do have saved here, okay? So just a minute, about a minute and 50 seconds. That we still have. I can follow up the live right there, so that's why I'm looking there. All right. So a minute and 40 seconds. Just prepare yourselves, okay? So we're going to buy, all right? So don't forget, let's buy at 3:30 p.m., okay? GBP Japanese yen, okay? GBP Japanese yen, buy at 3:30 p.m., all right? So don't forget, by the way, that this is UTC minus 3, all right? UTC minus 3, all right? Don't forget that information. So a minute, we still have a minute. By the way, you can check right now in your pocket option to see if this is live, but I can guarantee you this is actually live, okay? So 50 seconds. 50 seconds we still have. Let's just wait and see. And of course, in this case scenario, we're going to buy, okay? So we're just going to click right here. Like I said, the price is going down, all right? And the tendency right here is the price to return to that point. But it does have a peak from time to time, and right now it's peaking, right? It's definitely peaking. All right, so 20 seconds to go. Okay. 18. So let's buy. Don't forget, let's buy in 10 seconds. So let's count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But okay, so we just buy. Like I said, the price might return to that zone, but the price might go up as well. Okay, so that's our current open trade right here. Okay, maybe I'm pointing to the wrong way, but I'm just putting right here with my mouse. I think you can see my mouse, right? Yeah, you do. So, all right, that's perfect. If I do this, can you still see it? Yep. Okay. All right. So 4 minutes. By the way, every time that you do make an entrance, just go right here and double it, okay, to prepare Gale 1. Okay, so you always need to be prepared with Gale 1 just in case, all right? Just in case. So 4 minutes. We still have 4 minutes here. Price is going down. We do want to see that green candle, okay? So we don't want to see that candle red like it is. We want to see it green, okay? The price is not going down, it's fluctuating a little bit, but we might have a Gale 1 situation here. We might. I'm not saying that we are going to have. So 3 minutes and 40 seconds. You see that slightly green candle that just appeared? So yeah, that can happen on the last second too. So that's why you need to be prepared. So sometimes you might make a like fake Gale 1, for example, because on the last second you might get a win, but you thought it was going to be a loss, so then you put it again. But yeah, I mean, those kind of things happen. All right. So let's just wait those 3 minutes to go. By the way, let's just check our next news that we have here. So Trump government revokes oil licenses in Venezuela and new pressure against Maduro. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, I'm not really good in politics, but the oil thing is a, yeah, well, it's a big thing, obviously, in Venezuela. So Trump revokes oil licenses. I'm not sure what that means, but a lot of things are happening, right, in this new administration. So yeah, it can impact on everything. So that's what I'm trying to say. All right. So by the way, if we do get a loss here, we're just going to Gale 1. Okay. So that's our second entrance. But so far, nothing really is surprising, let's say. So as you can see right here on the pocket option, we have an active uptrend. All right. So the price tends to go up, okay? Now it's a downtrend. So yeah, it fluctuates, like I said. So still have 2 minutes. Let's see what's going to happen to that candle. If it's going to turn green or not. We still have 1 minute and 50 seconds. So like I said, each candle gets around 5 minutes, right? I mean exactly 5 minutes. So you should be ready and not anxious. So every time that you make an entrance, just wait for those 5 minutes. Sometimes it seems like an eternity, but that's how it is. 1 minute and 20 seconds. So the candle is green again. So far so good. If we do have that candle green, it's going to be a win in the first candle, which is great. If not, we're just going to go with Gale 1. All right. That's the first thing we should do. 1minute and 20 seconds. By the way, on those last seconds, you might want to zoom in just a little bit to see exactly where is your entrance, okay? And where the candle is, if you're not too sure, okay? If it's not too far from your entrance, just zoom it in like this, okay? Just to make sure. So I'm just gonna keep my hand here on the buy, okay? Just in case we need Gale 1. But I don't know. Like right now, it seems like a luck situation, or not. I don't know. So 20 seconds. Let's just wait and see. That music is kind of like suspense too. So 10 seconds. Right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay, so another win on the first candle. All right. So as I was saying, the price probably will return to that point. Okay. So perfect. So far so good. Our second entrance is also a win in the first candle. Perfect. All right. So let's go to our next signal. So our next signal it's going to be the Euro USD. So let's go out of GBP. All right, so let's go to the Euro USD, which the payout is bigger, which is 86%. All right, 86% is the biggest that we have here. We also have a Australian Japanese yen. Okay, so that's it. All right. Let's just wait a little bit. So, by the way, this next signal right here, we're going to sell. All right. So, as you can see, it's turning green right here. We do have a lot of green candles, right? So it's not gonna be the next candle, is it? No, no. So the next candle, it's gonna end at 340. All right. So the next entrance we want to do at 345. Okay. So yeah, this candle is red right now. It will probably end on red, but I'm sure that the next candle will be red. Okay, the next one before this one, after this one, sorry. So yeah, what we want to do, see, it's a green candle before the candle that we want to do. So by the way, right here, I just set up the bottom to this line right here. Okay, so this bottom was around noon 50. Is that a thing? As you said, noon 50. I'm not sure, but 12:50. Okay, p.m. on the UTC -3. All right, and the top as well. It was around now. Okay, so almost an hour ago. So it's growing out of that zone. You see, so that's one of the perfect scenarios that we want to sell. Okay, so the price is growing out of that zone, so it's probably coming back to that zone. All right, so if we want to sell, that's kind of the scenario we want to see it. All right. So by the way, let me just prepare a few things here. Just remember candles to M5. Okay. Then right here, just set up your minutes to 5 minutes. Okay, and my amount is going to be $50. Right. So that's what I want to do. Let me just check a few things here. All right. Let's go to our next one. All right. So while we wait, we still have more candles to see. So the next one, it's going to be our candle. So the one after the next, it's going to be our candle, right? So let's check it out. So this was the last one, the license from Venezuela. And here, okay, so the Ford executive who wrote down 2,290 ridiculous phrases said by colleagues in meetings. Wow, it seems fun. I'm not gonna say it doesn't seem fun, but imagine you're in a meeting in your job and you're just writing down ridiculous phrases said by colleagues. That's kind of amazing. That's really nice. Really nice. I mean, I can think about it right now actually. All right, interesting. Okay, so let me take this off from the screen. And I'm gonna put some latest news actually right here. It is, yeah. So the New York Times. Let me just set here. Okay. So tariff gambit bets American will swallow higher prices. Oh yeah, for sure they will. Oh, for sure. So yeah, basically with the new tariffs, also United States are going to see higher prices, obviously, and they're not gonna complain really. I mean, the people that will complain, of course, about those higher prices are Trump supporters, right? But I think like no one else will just like, oh, that's all right. You see more news about tariffs. The second one, as Trump tariffs loom, White House eyes costly farmer ballots. Okay, yeah. So I'm not sure if I understand. White House eyes costly farmer bailout. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so let's just continue here. I know that's from that thing that you put your car from the election, but I don't understand pretty much about politics, especially from United States. So let's just forget that I didn't know how to pronounce that word. So 4 minutes and 30 seconds that we have here. Okay, so that's going to be, by the way, we're going to sell again. So let's just repeat a few things. We're going to sell at 345. Okay, so that's what we want to do. Like I said, we do want to see this candle green. Okay, because then the probability it's going to be a red candle. Okay, in the next one. All right, so the payout currently here it's 86%. So it keeps it's keeping the payout, right? Actually, today is not changing that much because we started with 84% in the beginning, right? And it's still 84% there. Then we went to a GBP Japanese yen, which was 67%, and still 67% is keeping that. And then right here, when we first took a look here on the signal euro US dollars, it was 86%, I guess. Yeah, it was. So yeah, let's just wait for this candle to finish, and the next one it's going to be our candle. Okay, so the candle that we're going to make an entrance. All right, so 3 minutes to go. So just prepare yourselves. We're going to sell. Okay, so we're just going to click here, selling. All right. Just don't forget to set your candles to M5, all right, and your time to 5 minutes, okay? Don't forget that. And then, of course, choose your amount. In my case, it's going to be $50, all right? So the payout, it's 86%, $93, and we're going to sell in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. By the way, the live has a little bit of a delay. I'm not sure how long exactly, but I think it's around 5 to 7 seconds. Okay, so don't don't make an entrance in the exact time that I do here on live, because it's probably a few seconds behind. Okay, so 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Now that you're hearing this, it's 2 minutes and 10 seconds. You get what I'm saying, right? So just pay attention. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so 2 minutes, 86%. So by the way, let's just check this another one. So this is interesting. So this is the information age. How Microsoft founder Bill Gates mapped out the new internet era back in 1993. He's still a genius, I guess, but I mean, he mapped out the new internet era back in 1993. I guess he were talking about that, by the way. So let me take this off. So back at that time, like with the internet boom, like kind of similar that what we're having right now with the AI boom, right? So he knew exactly what was going to happen, right? So new jobs were going to be created. New jobs, actually, the older jobs were going to be like extinct and stuff like that. And of course, he predicted that eventually it would change the world, and it did, right? Just a few years later. So he knew exactly what he was doing, and he just took advantage of that point, like for sure. And he's still very rich, and Microsoft is still a thing. So all right, 30 seconds to go. So we're going to sell. Just don't forget. We're going to sell at 3:45 p.m. So don't forget that's UTC minus 3, okay? So that's my time zone, okay, that I use right here. So UTC minus 3, we're going to sell at 3:45. So my hand is on the mouse right here. Let's sell in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sell. All right, so we just sold. All right, so let's hope that candle stays red. Okay, so by the way, I think right here what we do want to have, it's actually, I don't think we have a chance of this price going up. So the price is actually like hitting the top, right? So as it hit the top, it was probably not going to like go up like for the next few candles, at least not now, you know. It's probably going to indicate a little bit more what's going to happen. So you see that those lines are like, you know, crossing each other. So that's an indicator that the price tends to stay into that zone. Okay, so usually, for example, if you were predicting the price to go off that zone, we would have both of those lines going up, you know, inclined up, but it's not the case. So we have a lot of indicators to know that the price is going up. So for example, right now, so let's say that the candle finishes right now. Of course, it can happen. In that case, we were going to. By the way, let me just lower the music. I think it's too loud. So in that case, we would have a Gaia 1 situation, right? So, by the way, let me just prepare here, Gaia 1, okay, just in case. And if we do have a Gaia 1 situation here, the next candle, it would probably just go back where it was, right? For example, this area right here. And for that candle to go back, it needs to be a red candle, right? Obviously. So it's kind of the same situation here. So I hope that this candle, by the way, turns red. But I really think that's gonna be the case. All right. So we still have 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go. Let's just see. By the way, let me just put here. So that was the latest news. Okay, so Wall Street is fed up with Trump's tariffs again. Stocks are off to the worst start to be to the worst start to a year since 2020. So yeah, since the pandemic, like I'm saying, like the stock market right now, it's like fluctuating a lot because of the new Trump administration. You know, so we can expect like anything. You know, prices going up and down like in matter of seconds, you know, or minutes, you know. But yeah, it can happen, all right? Even like fraction of seconds actually. So we have to be like, you know, prepare for those things. So every time, by the way, that you do make those entrances, I just encourage you to like open like a news portal just right next to you, just to see, just to make sure that nothing is happening like regarding to those currencies, those pairs that you're investing, because in that case you don't want to do anything. Okay, so let's say like for example right now it comes out like a news from a tariff going to United Kingdom, for example, or specific to Europe. We know that the euro is probably going down in relation to United States dollar, right? So we don't want to do anything in that time period. We just want to wait for that price to stabilize, and that's it. Okay, so that's what we want to do. So right now the price is going up. Okay, so the candle is turning green, but that's all right. That's okay. So we just have our Gale prepared right there. And like I said, the chances of the price just going back to the area that we were expecting, it's, you know, pretty good. Pretty high, I would say. So let me just see here. Okay, so 30 seconds to go. Let's just wait and see. I don't think that candle is going to turn red in 30 seconds. I don't know. I don't feel like it. So let's just keep our hand here, okay, on the mouse to sell at Gaia 1. Okay, so we're going to use Gaia 1 here. So 14, all right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Gale. So we just put it Gale 1 here, all right? So that's a case that we're going to use Gale 1 and then recover the first entrance, all right? So by the way, that's going to give us $46 and of a payout, okay? So 186, right? Sorry, not 36 dollars of a profit in my case here. Okay, of course. So I just put it $50 in the first entrance, and now since it's Gale 1, we just put it $100, so that's gonna give us 186. So it's gonna give us $36 of a payout. Okay, so we still have 4 minutes. The candle is red, so far so good, and probably the price is going back to that zone. Okay, so the price is like, it was going up. It was kind of similar to the GBP Japanese yen, but a little bit different because the price is not stabilizing in that point. It's just going a little bit up and then it goes down. Like this candle right here, you see that the line of the candle just went up, like this one, another one. So yeah, I don't think that will happen right here. Okay, so we still have 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's just wait and see. All right, I don't think we're gonna have a Gale 2 situation, but if we do have a minute, for example, of course, let's just prepare Gale 2 just in case. All right, so that's gonna be 200, and let's just wait. All right, let's just wait and see. By the way, while we wait here on our screen, let me put it here. Another one, I guess. All right. So, trade war threatens to drown European producers in wine without buyers. So yeah, a lot of European wines, they go to United States. That's not you know that's not a news anywhere. But the thing is that with the tariffs, a lot of the wines are getting actually more expensive, a lot more expensive, and people are just giving up and choosing like American wines. The opposite is kind of happening in other countries, like for example Canada. People are not buying anything from United States anymore. Just those crazy ones that wouldn't do it. But there's no reason for you to do that. Basically, if you live in Canada, for example, if you want to buy like an American product, you will pay more, right? So there's no reason why you should do that. But yeah, basically that's what's happening, and it's also happening in Europe, of course. So it might be a problem for those wine producers, let's say. Wine producers, is that right? Not sure. So we still have a minute and 30 seconds. Right now, it seems like you have a doji candle, right? It seems like a doji. So it's not a win, not a loss in that case. So I mean, I would consider a win because it's a red candle. Okay. But let's just wait and see. So a minute and 20 seconds. So far, so good. So doji again. Let's just wait. A minute. You see that the candle is still red right now, but it's not doji anymore. It's a little bit red above what we wanted. So 50 seconds to go. I've just zoomed in just to make sure. So right now it's a doji. Right now it's a doji. For sure. So let's just hope that the price goes down in the next 40 seconds. Since it's a doji, we can have a win, we can have a loss in those. Okay, so we still have 20 seconds. Right, 10 seconds, 10 seconds to go. It seems like we do have Gale 1 win. So, oh no, in the last second. Okay. So, okay, all right. Last second. It was just a little bit delayed. So we just put it $100, so that's Gale 2, okay? So in the last second, the candle turned green, okay? So that was a delay from actually the pocket option account, like for sure. Okay, so right now the price is going way down, you know, so that's why you should always apply Gale. Okay, because that those things happen. Okay, in the last second, the candle that was seems like it seems that it was going to give you a win. In the last second, it might turn all the way to the opposite way, right? So if you were expecting red, for example, the candle might turn green in the last second. Okay, so that can happen a lot. Okay, so we just saw an example here of a real life situation. Okay, so just keep in mind that that can happen. Okay, that can happen a lot. And now the thing that I was trying to explain to you guys before is happening. So the price is going back to that point. All right, so we do have a little bit of a delay right there with the candle, right? So it's 2 seconds, seems like 2 seconds. Yeah, so we do have a 2 seconds delay because, you know, I wasn't expecting. So that's why you should keep your hand on mouse like all the time. I just putting my hand on the face for some reason, like I'm reacting to something. Not that I not, you know, but anyways. So 3 minutes. So that's Gale 2. All right. Not the perfect situation again, but that happens. All right. So every time that you make an entrance, you kind of like putting that risk, right? To go into Gale 1 or Gale 2 even, right? What you don't want to do is go to Gale 2 and then have a loss. Okay, that's the worst situation ever. It doesn't seem that's the case here because the price is like off the zone, you know. If the price wasn't off the zone, I would be more concerned. All right, that's not the case, right? The price is way too off the zone, so of course the price tends to go back. You see that white line right here, so it's stabilizing. So that's kind of the situation that we have right there. So 2 minutes and 40 seconds. By the way, it's the same payout. So in this case right here, it's 72. So we did 200, 150, right? So that's 350 basically in total. So that's going to give us 22 of profit. Okay, not that much, by the way. So that's what happens when you have gales, for example. So that's why it's not ideal, of course, but it's a way for you to not lose any money. Okay, so it's still having like a profit here, but it's a smaller one. Okay, smaller profit, obviously, right? So, okay, just wait a minute and 40 seconds. So far, so good. Seems like we still have control of the situation, which is okay. A minute and 40 seconds. So once you make an entrance, by the way, just don't give up on your entrance, okay? Even though if, for example, you don't want to apply Gale, just do it. Just go ahead and do it, right? You should never give up on your candle, right? So M5, don't forget to set all of those things. But if we do have a win here, it's going to be our last entrance, okay? So a minute still, all right? And that's nothing else we can do. So Gale 2 is the maxed, because you see, basically, it doesn't make sense for us to go, for example, with another double, because another double we wouldn't win anything. Actually, it would be quite the opposite. We would have like we would lose money, and that doesn't make any sense. Like for you to repeat the same action more than 3 times, you know. So that's 3 times. Actually, repeating 2 times. But anyway, I'm just talking shit here. So 30 seconds. 30 seconds to go, and it seems like Gale 2 win. All right, just like the other one. So I'm not gonna say anything. Just I don't want to zinc it. Okay, right. 10 seconds. Actually, the candle is finishing right now, but since I did have that delay, so 4 seconds. Right. Okay, perfect. So we got a win with Gale 2, all right? We did have that little bit of a delay, but that's okay. So we do have 3 entrances, and with those 3 entrances, we did have 3 wins. Okay, so that was a 3-0. It was a total of, let's see, 70 something dollars in total, basically. We did have our first one. Actually, it was more. The first one we did have 42 dollars, I guess, the first one. The second we did have 32, so it was 7, and now we have 20. So yeah, that would be $90 basically. Yeah, $90 that we have. 90, yeah, I guess 90. Okay, but anyways, so that's our last entrance that we did for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's the end of our live. Just keep following us on the Telegram group. Okay, if you have any questions, just let us know. And tomorrow we have the same live again, so just stay tuned right there. That will let you know the time, but I think it's going to be at the same time. All right, so thank you guys for watching. See you next time.